Hi, welcome to Kamatov TV. I'm Lisa Chayon. Today is the day after the big speech to Congress. Yesterday, Bibi Netanyahu addressed Congress, tons of standing ovations, everybody very excited. It was a powerful speech, a strong speech. He's a great speaker. He was very statesmanlike, a real leader. Did it advance Israel's security interests? Has he advanced our cause of preventing Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons? That is less certain. Or the whole lead up with the confrontation with Obama, him and Derma going behind Obama's back with Boehner, setting up, etc., does not advance Israel's security interests. I think everybody can agree on that. I heard Michael Oren being interviewed on Reshet Bet this morning, and he was saying that he doesn't feel that we have felt the full impact of the damage that may have been done by this speech, not the speech itself, but by the shenanigans that went on before the speech and the fact that Netanyahu disrespected Obama. He spoke about in the summer how we desperately needed ammunition and funding for the Iron Dome to carry on operating it. It certainly was in full use in the summer. And how there was a delay in getting that through Obama, and how it really is vitally important for Israel to be on good terms with the US president. But what it definitely did do, what Netanyahu's speech in Congress definitely did do, was drive the agenda in Israel, drive the media agenda. What is being spoken about in Israel today? Netanyahu's speech, not the cost of living, not the high cost of housing, not the overcrowded, not exploding, that's a bad word in Israel, but not the overcrowded hospitals, nothing else except Bibi Netanyahu's speech in Congress. And that is a real political power. He is driving the media agenda. That is what the media here and in the US are talking about today. So he's got himself on the agenda, and that's what you need to do to stay in power. Back in 1993, Netanyahu spoke about the dangers of a nuclear Iran. He said that Iran was, back then, 6 years away from a bomb, that by 1999, Iran would have a nuclear bomb. That was 16 years ago. And he spoke about how the world powers have to get together and combat this, and how dangerous a nuclear Iran would be for the world, and especially for Israel's existence. This was in 1993, over 20 years ago. Surely, more than 20 years later, we have to ask, Mr. Netanyahu, you've been speaking about this for over 20 years. 9 of those years, you were sitting in the Prime Minister's chair. Why is 20 years later, is Iran much, much closer than ever to becoming a nuclear power, to getting a nuclear bomb? Why, Mr. Netanyahu? What is your strategy? What have you done other than make speeches in order to prevent Iran from going nuclear? What is your overriding strategy? And this is my issue with Mr. Netanyahu in everything. Where is his strategy? What was his strategy in the 2 operations in Gaza? Bomb the hell out of Gaza? And then what? Nothing. And apropos of that, together with this video blog that I'm doing now, I'm posting a small argument that I had with someone from the Likud list, very much about the Gaza operation and how the Likud has no strategy for dealing with another confrontation with Gaza. How are they going to prevent another confrontation with Gaza, and another 2,000 deaths, etc., etc. That, please watch that in conjunction with this video. So that's my big issue. The same with Iran, the same with the cost of living, the high cost of housing, etc., etc. No strategy, overarching vision for how to move the country forward. Two more items that are interesting today in the news. One is that Shas, Arya Deri, have announced that they are going to recommend Netanyahu for the Prime Minister, that they are officially supporting him to be Prime Minister. The other is there was a big gathering of women today, women from all walks of life, women from Tira to Sderot, to Kiryat Shmone, to Tel Aviv, all over the country, Haifa, you name it, got together, jumped on buses, and went to Jerusalem to demand a peace agreement. It's called Women Wage Peace, and we will bring you more on that story. But it's a very interesting group of women. It's a very interesting initiative with Women Wage Peace. Women who are demanding a peace agreement, no more war, no more conflict. Let us come to an agreement and end the conflict. They're not the only ones. Half the country are looking for that. The other half are not. This is one of the big issues in the election. Keep watching Kamatov TV.